What a great night to be here. What a great night to be at USC. Good evening and welcome to the inaugural event of the USC Performance Science Institute. My name is Dave Belasco, and along with the other members of our institute, it is our pleasure to welcome you. It is our pleasure to welcome Dr. Brene Brown, researcher and storyteller on belonging, bravery, vulnerability, and shame. The Big Four. Are you guys fired up? I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Are you fired up and a little bit concerned or worried that she says something that maybe triggers something in you? And maybe you're a little bit like having a moment in front of your colleague or your classmate? Yeah, me neither. We've been trying to bring Brene to USC for a few years, and the stars finally aligned. And as you can see, she is quite popular. Before we bring out Brene, I wanted to briefly share the vision, mission, and the team of the Performance Science Institute, along with introducing the first recipients of Performance Science scholarships. This is a very, very special group of USC students. So what do? The Performance Science Institute teaches, trains, and researches the science and applied processes for optimizing human performance in any field. It's an interdisciplinary approach spanning neuroscience, psychology, biology, physiology, and business. We cover the science and applied process of mindfulness, grit, gratitude, optimism, recovery, calm, confidence, trust, focus, you name it. Essentially, how to train your mind to regulate emotion under duress. Other courses teach skill set. We are focused on mindset. After all, what holds you back in life more, your skills or your mind? So far, we've created an undergraduate minor in performance science and offer a popular class in the science of high performance. And like tonight, we host events with thought and practice leaders to help students improve the odds in their lives and their careers. Speaking of events, on January 31st, we welcome Alex Honnold, widely considered the best free solo climber in the world. Alex recently free soloed the 3,000-foot sheer face of El Capitan in Yosemite. That means no rope, no safety mechanism of any kind. Yes, that Alex Honnold. So Alex will be talking about his upcoming movie and how he regulates fear while he climbs. And in April, we welcome Kobe Bryant to share his competitive philosophy and how he is using that as he transitions beyond basketball and into business. And stay tuned for more guest lectures in my class, Taking the Leap, and Dr. Fox's class, The Science of Peak Performance. Hey, students, is it registration right now? Are you registering? Okay, if you're registering now, I'm just going to leave this right here. If they're not full, they will be. I can't recommend Dr. Fox's class enough. So that's a little bit about what we do. Now let me introduce you to the people building the Institute from the ground up. If you want to understand how emotion works in the brain, and you want your methodologies to be backed by science, you hire as employee number one a neuroscientist from USC's Brain and Creativity Institute. Please welcome the head of USC Performance Science Institute, Dr. Glenn Fox. Glenn. He just had a cast taken off his foot today, so you're moving pretty good. And if you don't recognize that hyper-athletic group of students, those are his class. On the final day of class, he led them out the Coliseum Tunnel. Because shouldn't every student have that experience before they leave here? And when you want to teach students about competitive philosophy, high-performing team cultures, and in his words, doing it better than it's ever been done before, you partner with Pete Carroll. His philosophy has been proven at the college and pro level, winning 2 NCAA championships, almost 3, 3 Heisman Trophy winners in 4 years, and a Super Bowl championship. Professor Carroll will be back in the spring teaching in Glenn's class. He couldn't be here tonight, so he sent along this message.
Hi, this is Coach Pete Carroll up at the Seahawks up in Seattle. I'm so fired up about the new high-performance program that you guys are going to have a chance to study in. I'm just excited about it because it comes right out of the heart of our philosophy, that is centrally focused on competition. We're hoping that we can help people that come through our class understand how to compete better. We're going to help you understand how to fuel your passion, how to persevere, how to be resilient, bounce back against obstacles, how to be tough in the face of all of the challenges. And I think you're going to find it's going to be a great addition to the rest of your education. So join us, come work with us in high performance, and always fight on.
So Pete's been a partner from the outset of this vision, and if that's not good enough, Pete introduced us to his partner at the Seahawks, one of the leading high-stakes sports psychologists in the world. What does high stakes mean? It means if you're an Olympian competing for a gold medal, if you're Felix Baumgartner and you're jumping from space 128,000 feet above Earth, if you're Leah Ditton attempting to be the first woman to row solo across the Pacific alone and without a safety boat for 6 to 8 months, when your life depends on the strength of your mind, you hire Dr. Michael Gervais. Please welcome Michael Gervais. It's so good to have him here. And we'd be remiss if we didn't thank the early supporters and believers of the Performance Science Institute. Please hold your applause. Please hold your applause until I introduce everyone. If Glenn is employee number 1, then Max Henning is volunteer number 0. Max took my class 3 times, introduced me to Glenn, is an expert on the brain, and has been instrumental to everything we are doing. Max, please stand. Hold your applause. Max, please stand. When you want to know what separates elite athletes from the rest, and you work at the university with more Olympic medals, more NFL draft picks, more national championships than any other university in the world, you do anything to work with Dr. Robin Schofield, head of USC Sports Psychology, which serves USC's 650 student athletes and teams across all 21 sports. Robin, please stand. And finally, to our friends in USC athletics and football, especially SAAS and recruiting, Nicole Davis, Ben Vandebunt, Dean Jim Ellis, and our champion, William McMorrow, and the team at Kennedy Wilson. Please all stand and be acknowledged, and please bring the house lights up, please.